Hey everybody, sorry a little bit about the late start. I apologize for that a lot. I'm sorry. So here we are, final session of No More Heroes 2. And we're so close to the end that thankfully, hopefully, starting 20 minutes late, we should still hopefully end on time. With this final boss, I cannot guarantee a thing.
Hello, it's me. I've set up the next ranked battle. Check the map. The top 3 are pretty tough. Just try not to die, okay?
We're also well into a top 3 of our own. Not so much the actual top 3 of the game, but 4, 3, and 2 are some of my favorite bosses in the game. How you doing, Gene? And thankfully, we can mostly just go from fight to fight, because we already took care of, Oh god, I really need more money. Why am I so poor? I may actually have to do a little bit of job grinding. Never mind about being able to go from fight to fight. I'll be sure to pick the mini games that don't take too long, like the tile one. It's got a good payout for not much time, so I just want to try and get above 300,000 so I can buy the peony. I don't need it immediately, but it's a really useful beam katana to have. We're close, I'm sure of it. There we go. There's the button mashing that I was yearning for all this time. It's a good thing the A button on this thing is huge. And I'm already losing it, guys. Okay, 13. It's a lucky number, you know? 0.66, and I believe... Nope, okay. Is the chat normal? Because it's telling me it can't connect, because my computer fell asleep on this page. I don't know if it's going to refresh at any point. Let me just type a test message in the chat. I mean, it shows up. Retracted. Oh, great. And it's going to show the message retracted the entire stream. Great. If I knew that, I would have just left it there. But the fact that it showed up is at least a good sign. I think the chat's probably okay. Of course, I'd say, you know, put a message in the chat. But if you send a message and I can't see it, then I'm not going to know anything's wrong. It could either be I can't see your messages, or there's just no one watching, which are both equally likely. Oh, we're so close. Okay, we also have a revenge mission to do. I believe this is the last one. I've said that like 2 times ago, so... I really don't do the revenge missions. I just get them all unlocked on a new file, and then I really don't touch them anymore. Because it's just going in and killing people.
3, 2, 1.
Hold on, though. I want to see if any of these have anything worthwhile in them. Okay. Even these big guys, I'm dealing some good damage to. Oh. Oh, okay, I walked into that. Oh. Yeah, come on. Right in the crowd. Get 3 of them at once. Mmm. Tasty. It also helps if you can get in from the back. I'm pretty sure They definitely can't block from the back, but I don't know if attacks deal more damage. There we go. You just got to get those double strikes. We got some great time on that. Now, is that the last one? I guess not. Okay. We're doing them now, alright? I don't want to keep coming back to this. Yep, killed one guy.
3, 2, 1.
So look how quickly they get that over with. The countdown. Like, they know I just want to get this done. Oh, no, get away from me. Oh. Oh, get away. Stop it. Oh, God. Multiple gun guys. And me standing upright to get into another one. Ow. At least if I can get rid of one of them, the next one will be nice and easy. Ow. No, I don't think so. Stop it. I really wish you could stay locked onto a guy, even if you get knocked down. It'd be nice if you could stay locked onto someone. And I killed my target by pure accident. Whatever works, really. Okay, now is that the last one? I'm pretty sure there's not 10. I really never go down this far into the menu if I can't even remember how many of these things there are. Maybe there are 10. Yo, everybody, I'm pretty sure it at least ends with a kill a specific target.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, oh. 3 at once. Oh. Nope, just food. Alright, well. Another 3 at once. Oh, now he's... At this point, he's just terrified of me. Alright, I didn't even transform or anything. Get on back here, you son of a bitch. That's weird. I don't think I've ever seen enemies get scared of me if I'm not, like, a tiger. It's weird. I was just watching footage of Bloodborne earlier, because, I think it was in the last week, someone released not released it, but made changes to the code of the game so they could get it to run at a mostly solid 60 FPS on the PS4 Pro, and so I was watching Digital Foundry's rundown on it. It was cool. Oh, you know what? I think now... There we go. We're specifically hunting down the guy that killed Bishop. Alright. And that's him. So this is definitely the last one. It definitely would not have gone above 10, I can tell you that much. So this will be satisfying. But either way, like I was saying, I watched footage of Bloodborne earlier, and it's... Even though this is definitely a much simpler game, it's kind of amazing just how much more appealing I find it looks. just in terms of the speed and flow of the combat. You know what? Hang on. I got ecstasy. Let's use it if we're up against a couple annoying enemies. Hey, you think you're a fast knife guy? Ooh, certain plenty of them. And keep in mind, well, I'm certainly using a fast weapon with a relentless assault. I'm pretty sure the Rose Nasty is the weakest beam katana in the game in terms of pure damage. Though I'm sure the DPS makes up for it. So, ooh, couldn't quite get that Roman cancel in. Man, he's just letting me do that. There we go. The phrase finishing time is kind of weird because it at least makes it feel like it's ranked, and it's not. They don't even tell me what my final time is. Oh, there we go. And now I can take off my jacket. You know, in case I really want to do that. Okay, let's see here. Tile and style. Okay, so let's do a little bit of money grinding. I pick the shortest minigame and we do it. I never noticed the name of this place. That's good. And of course, just playing this game a bunch of times in a row is going to be great because I showed off pretty well the first time by figuring it out. And now I'm going to look like a total idiot. Okay, let's say this goes here. Oh, no. Okay, well, it's definitely not going to... Oh, it's almost. I almost have it. Okay. There we go. Oh, no, dang it. It's the wrong way. We don't have another L. Okay, but it at least gives me an idea. No. Let's say we were to do that instead. This would have to go in here. No, not quite. Do that instead. No. Hang on, I think this might be it. Yeah, there we go. I know a thing or two about what I'm doing here. So look at that, I made almost $10,000. Which is, you know, a little bit... I don't even know how much money I have, so... We may have to just do this a couple times and then go to the next stage. Though I don't think the next stage is going to give us much money. See, they make up for the fact that you don't have to pay to get into the stages by making the stages pay out a lot less. Okay, let's see. Oh, this unwieldy shape. Say I did that. And, no, 2 squares aren't quite going to work. Okay, That's not gonna work. Okay, well, I can do that. Do that. There we go. Oh, dang it. There we are. Sometimes my own genius is just frightening. We'll do it one more time. And then we'll go over to Aunt Naomi's and see how I'm doing. See, I wish that there was a play again option without having to go back to the menu. Though again, it's better than the Wii version of the first game where whether you win or lose, you then have to go back to the agency. Oh. That's not going to work. There we go. Wow. That one was fast. That victory jingle does not sound very victorious. We made over 10,000 that time. Okay, how short am I now? I know she works on at least one giant robot, but does Naomi really need a place this big? Well, how do I have? I can't afford it, of course. Okay, it's only 30,000. Well, we'll do it 3 more times. It may have to be 4. I want that damn peony, alright? I've had my eye on it for most of the game. Listen, I know there's someone waiting for me. I'll get to him. Right now, I have tile laying to do. I think most tile layers have symmetrical square patterns that they can repeat infinitely. They're also willing to just cut. Isn't this the same pattern I got last time? Yeah, it is. There we go. I'm done. Okay, well, excellent time on that's good. Of course, there's only so many tile patterns it can give you, but I've never seen it give me the same pattern twice in a row. Makes it easier on me. But it definitely does make the game feel a little bit lazy. Okay. Imagine if the game gave the same pattern to us a 3rd time. Okay, let's say I put this in here. That's not going to work. There we go. That does it. I'd also think most actual tile layers wouldn't use so many colors. Okay, one more time. And if I can do it this one last time, I'll have officially bought my beam katana without embarrassing myself at being real bad at this game on one run. This is like my 10th time playing this minigame. I know how it works. Okay. Ooh. There's a fun shape. Let's move it a little bit over. That way I can put this down here. Well, that's not looking good. Let's move that. No. Not quite. Let's just say we took some of these out. Put this down here instead. That's not going to work there. Okay, there we go. See, now this is exactly what I was afraid of. I don't have the block anymore, so we probably don't want to put that there. Damn it. Nope. Yeah, this is exactly what happens. Now I just need a... Let's see. Hey, hold on. Okay, do that. Let's say this goes down here. Alright, that's a good... There we go. That'll do it. Damn it. There we go. Okay, I did solve it, though. Unfortunately, I think we may have taken so long that we don't have enough money. Yeah, damn it, we gotta do it one more time. I'm sorry, guys. I know you want us to actually get to the action. I promise. Right, assuming I finish this one. Right after I finish it. Okay. 2 big ones, huh? And a tiny one. That's obviously not going to work. Let's get rid of both of those. Damn it. That's obviously not going to work. And here it goes again. Let's see, we did that. It's not working. See, I need to deal with it in order of like unwieldiness of the piece, and that Z block is real bad. No. Okay. Now what? That's obviously not a good idea. There we go. Okay. That handles that. Now we finally have enough of that damn peony. Okay, back to Naomi's. Alright. I can finally afford my giant sword. Yes. Now, the weird thing about Naomi's Lab in this game is, as far as I'm aware, they don't sell upgrades for your beam katanas. Like, it's just for buying the 2 katanas itself. Unless... no. Still don't have an option for it. Okay. You know, you don't have to keep standing up, Naomi. It's fine. I already see him jiggle. You don't have to flaunt it with the amount of surgery you can get with how much I'm paying you. Okay, well, we got our beam katana. Now, actually, on to the next stage, where we're not going to have a chance to use it. I just wanted it out of the way. Because guess what? This is a bike stage. And frankly, it's barely even a stage. You drive down the highway, and you crash into everything. To bring your nitro back up. I don't even think there are enemies. You do get a tiny rumble in your controller every time you collide with something, though, so that's cool. We're also not going to be using the peony on the boss we fight here, because it's frankly not a super used full beam katana against him. And then they put you down on this long stretch, so that you have to run out of nitro and move slower for a little bit. And we're already done. I think. Yeah, I've seen enough of that.
Still don't understand. It is a melting pot, not only of cultures and people, but even space and time. Did the hero survive? If you know, could you tell me?
Not sure which hero you're referring to. Okay, no, it's not done yet. We got more driving to do. And these things in the middle don't count as obstacles. We're certainly seeing plenty of floating billboards for Pizza Bat. I like the sunset, though, and the beam of light in what appears to be a giant hurricane. So that's good. Okay, now we're actually at the fight. It's not much of a stage, but I love this fight, so I'm cool with it. And it's nighttime already.
You've got to be
Certainly one of the odder fights in terms of characters. So we've got our next fight is a Russian astronaut who apparently has some sort of who has probably been lost since like the 60s or 70s during the space race,
I gotta fight a whole fucking space program now?
and he has access to a sat laser. And can you believe that this guy's not connected to an Akashic point? The game just decides he's normal enough. Oh, there we go. Did you see that? I kept my lock on after he teleported. Fuck you, Kingdom Hearts. Oh, you gotta watch out for the rocks he's throwing. Unfortunately, when you're close to him, it's kind of difficult to do that. And you also can't attack him from the front because he has a shield. And then he teleports. Song's good. I don't know what it is, but it's a good song. Oh yeah, he flashes though. That's probably a good enough indicator. See, they thought of it. See, because it's not just the rock that flashes when it's about to get thrown, it's him too. So even if I'm close enough to attack him, I can still tell when something's coming, and I can get out of the way. That's actually a good attention to detail. I'm sure I knew that before, but I forgot now. No, you don't. The only problem with this fight is how often he teleports. You also have to worry about the lasers. And just get in close. Nope. And I'm pretty sure you can't, yeah, you can't do a wrestling move on him considering he's in the air. And my battery's dying, so that's good. I should probably take a second. Oh, okay. So that's the weird thing. The battery meter fills up real fast, but it takes a while for it to actually register as full and you stop charging it. Now I believe... Nope, just the normal lasers. I'm going to have to deal with his big attack at some point, right? Ah. Especially if I keep messing up on the approach there. Oh. I can block that, I guess. Oh, I think I canceled him out of it. Yep. Okay. He has a big desperation attack where he calls down that gigantic laser, and you have to dodge it. I really like the lighting of it, but I didn't let him do it. Man, I'm just having real problems with making sure these bosses don't even get to their interesting phases of their fights. Also, he had enough energy in him that he destroyed the satellite.
Volk, my ship.
It's over, Captain.
This is Earth.
Yeah. Welcome home.
So, I'm finally back. After all this time. Fresh oxygen. Blue sky. Beautiful as I remember.
Glory to the Soviet Union.
And that's another nice little moment from Travis. Like, he barely knows this guy. He doesn't have any reason to really respect him, but he does. It's like, yeah, you didn't do anything wrong, so I'll treat you with dignity.
Ranked third.
Just leave him alone. Let him rest in peace.
We must
dispose of the remains. It's policy.
But isn't it kind of weird that it still told us he was dead even after we let him go?
You're not gonna suck him up with your damn vacuum.
Possibly because he was a ghost. Weird little moment, but okay. Alright. We're in the top 3 now. Ah, perfect. I got the best one right next to the toilet. That's really where you want to put one of those things.
Hello, Travis. I have arranged the next match. Only 2 left. Resist.
And I have a figure of her. Man, I'm not even trying to collect these things.
Duel will take place at a secret location.
Secret? I don't have time for guessing games.
It's the final Akashic point. Look for the hero's face. Sorry, that's all the information I have. Figure it out and get some.
Alright, I'll go check Google Maps, I guess. But first, we have a cat to take care of. Yeah, you can have the gourmet stuff. I think we're really close to you being done. I want to say it's actually below 12 pounds, which means Gene only needs to lose 0.1 pounds and then we're done. So this will handle it. There we go. And I think that'll be the end of it.
That's gotta do it.
Nice. Oh, no, I guess it's below 11 then. Well, we got it. And it's starting to get dark in here because the light in the living room is busted. It burned out right when I tried to turn it on for this, so I'll have to replace it once the stream is done. We got this. Okay, 12. 10.8. And there we go. Gene is looking good. Just suddenly lost all that weight. Got a very forward, pointed, angular face. I'm not saying it's a move I'm ever going to use, but I have it. Shelf, what's over here? What are all of these? Okay, more wrestling move finishers. Okay. So let's just take care of these. I've somehow managed to collect basically all of the Nutberry memorabilia. Which again, as I said, I like her the best, so that's fair. Nope. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I'm aware. It's fine. I just want to learn all the wrestling moves. I wonder if this was why I had enemies that I was confused why I couldn't do a wrestling move on them. Maybe I just had to read these. At the very least, Travis reads. Alright, last one. Alright. Yeah, just knock that over. It's fine.
You've heard about 2 of the supernatural gateways in Santa Destroy. The third led to the most fitting mystery of all for a city
Earth?
Abstaining from all worldly indulgences, the ascetic spent every waking hour in training. Battle had become an obsession for this warrior, the end-all, the raison d'etre. You know I've never abstained from anything. Still, I can relate. When you're so focused on any goal, it can make you blind to what you truly desire.
And then the smoke spells out sex, which has apparently been, even though Disney has repeatedly said, like, no, the cloud does not say sex, they've edited it out even further in the Disney Plus version of The Lion King. The censorship that is going on Disney Plus is crazy. Okay. So here we are, the final Akashic point. I made the point when we were going through the previous two that the Akashic points were designed as references to Friends of Suda-51. You know, Matt Helm's stage is a reference to Resident Evil 4. Chloe Walsh's stage was a reference to Metal Gear Solid. This one kind of ruins that whole thing because it's not really a reference to any specific game. Especially not a Japanese one. The only theory I've heard is this long section where we're just walking around doing nothing is meant to be a criticism of Western games, especially Grand Theft Auto. I'm not sure where that information comes from, if it's just a fan theory. Excuse me, I thought I was looking for the hero's face. I am clearly the no more hero. But there we go. It's just a section where you have to walk through with only one little set piece to look at. Okay, so let me show off the peony. A new beam katana. See, it looks very small. The thing is, it is your super strong heavy weapon. Oh. Even the up attacks, which are supposed to be the fast ones that now I'm not showing off, alright? Even the upwards attacks, which are supposed to be the fast ones, are still very slow. In fact, against faster enemies like this, it's basically unusable because of that. So, Stag is also, frankly, nothing to write home about. Maybe it's a little better than some other weapons. However, that's not to say it's without its advantages, because it does have a very important one. You may notice it looks a little bigger now. In continuing with the good old constant phallic imagery of the beam katanas, the higher your ecstasy gauge is, the longer your beam katana is. Which unfortunately gets drained whenever you use an attack like that. No. And anytime I get hit, because I can't... because of these gun guys. But it does deal some pretty crazy damage. On the harder difficulties, this does become the primary weapon for killing bigger enemies just because it deals so much damage. And more importantly, if you can build up the... if you can stay healthy long enough to build it up, then the zoning on the weapon is great. And that becomes its biggest advantage, honestly, more so than the damage, is the fact that you can stay far away from enemies while still killing them, while still hitting them for heavy damage. Oh man, I'd love to see what's inside this treasure chest. It's a shame I can't open it as a tiger. Get on back here. gun guy? Yeah, I don't think so. Are there any more people over here? Okay. Well, now I gotta go run back and get that. Really, in stages, the big issue is anytime you get that jackpot, you then completely lose your range. That really hurts it. Get back. There we go. Ugh, I hit him once and it took out half his health. Now, of course, if you're willing to sacrifice your ecstasy meter, the amount of damage you can do when you're in ecstasy mode is really nice. Because you get speed and damage all at once. But then, of course, once it's done, you're basically caught with nothing. So it ends up becoming the most technical weapon of the game. Is this? No, I haven't been through here before. Oh, yep, there we go. I knew I'd get hit by a car at some point in this. It's also, I'm pretty sure, naturally a lot better at breaking through guard. Though it can still be guarded, and that's kind of crazy. Yeah, see, like that. Really got to build up at range. Otherwise, you do tend to whiff a good number of shots. But once you're like this, it is heaven. Oh. Ah, dang it. See, look how far away I am from these guys. Okay, maybe this weapon isn't actually any better at guard breaking. Because I seem to be struggling with it. Still plenty. Tell me I missed you. Thank God, how is this guy blocking this shit? Okay, seriously, it should actually be better at card breaking than this. Okay, maybe this isn't actually a very special weapon in terms of stages. It's got some advantages, don't get me wrong, but in terms of regular enemies and stages, I think you are better off using Rose Nasty. Just because while each attack is not dealing that much damage, the DPS easily makes up for it. Especially when I'm fully upgraded. Damn. That's my basic point. Dual swords are always better than a big one. See, I think that was the big reason why this game was so instrumental in my, Ooh, that was actually a pretty good time for this. Nice, alright. Now, I think that's probably the big reason why this game was so instrumental in my love of dual swords. It's not just the fact that I played this game fairly early on in my gaming life. So it was therefore like a it was therefore an influence on me. But also the fact that the dual swords in this game are fucking rad. And they just outclass pretty much every other weapon. Okay, yeah. Compare how long it took me to kill the last beam katana guy with this one. I'm sorry I ever doubted you, Rose Nasty. You made it onto this game's cover for a reason. Oh, okay. He's gonna stop there. Ooh, man, I bet you were wishing you could block now, because I'm too fast for you to dodge. Oh, there's another gun guy, though. So that's a problem. If there is anyone watching this, how'd you guys like my newest video? I think it's probably my biggest one yet. Took me quite a bit of time to prepare that video with all the games I had to record, even though I didn't record that much of them. The editing took a good long time because I was doing a little extra with it. I had to do research, and even while I was editing the videos, finding out extra bits of information that I had to fit into the editing without breaking the flow of the voiceover. It took some work, but frankly, I love just talking about these sorts of more underrated games. Which is why I don't tend to live stream the biggest games either. Also because the big games at any given moment are like the new ones that cost $60 and I can't afford that. But more importantly, do you know what episode number that video is in terms of Stardust reviews? If you go look at my playlist, that is episode 49. We are really close to hitting the big old 5-0. Now, since this video took me a good long while to make, it's going to be a little bit before I actually start working on the next video, but I know what I want to do for it. So we just have to... Yeah. How about this? Oh, okay. I walked into that. Off of me. Get the guy from behind. We also got the second Read Zero OVA. See, I want to say this week, but technically that's not correct. It technically released last week, but I don't pay for Crunchyroll, so I don't get that. Hey, look how slow this guy's moving. See, these low attacks, man. Rose Nasty low attacks are great. See, this guy's trying to guard, except I'm hitting him with multiple attacks at once, so I break his guard. And then he's wide open for me. And I'm not just saying that because he's a bit of a wide guy. And now I'm probably going to get one guy to kill with this tiger, and he was just a gun guy. Not even a machine gun. Yeah, great. Oh god, that guitar is shredding. There's barely even a melody going on right now. Oh. There we go. Ha, took out one of the big guys. Careful. Yeah. Get those wrestling moves in and hope you can get a quick kill. Okay, but actually, why can this guy guard from a... Like, he has his beam katana extended, and then as soon as I go into attack, he's guarding. I'm breaking the guard, but still. No, I don't think so. Sword guys are naturally the more worrisome opponent. Oh, alright, a couple chainsaws. Yeah, let's do it. I got 3 big guys, let's just do it. So that took care of another one of them. I'm not using the peony, so I don't have to be as careful about having a full ecstasy gauge. There it is. Ooh, there's a good sax in there, though. Was this the way I came? No, I don't think so. Okay, no, I guess that is the way I came. Listen, this place looks all the same. This is not the most visually interesting level. Especially considering I ate the pizza that was supposed to serve as the waymark of which direction I came from. And that one I will take full blame for. Also not done yet. This stage does go on for a while. Though the presence of the save icon on our mini-map means we're getting close. On the plus side, this stage is long just because it's a big stretch of land as opposed to Margaret's stage, which was fighting inside a parking lot for 20 minutes. Alright, turning into a tiger again. Oh, I want to rip that guy's face off. Yo, why ain't it working? Okay, there we go. Hold on, I want to get this treasure chest first. It's hidden slightly out of the way. That means it's gotta be pizza. I like this song that's playing now, though. It's got a little bit of a somber tone to it. Which, considering who we're going to be fighting in this stage, makes sense. Back it on up. Ooh, man, that charge attack hurt. I probably should be taking the opportunity to try and get behind them to deal the extra back damage. Just like that. Fortunately, the presence of multiple exclamation marks also means that we're going to be, that there's still a lot of ground to cover. We're going one of these ways. Oh, man. So much empty space you can hardly tell which direction you were going. If you saw briefly for a second there, I was going the wrong way again. Is that done yet? Got a guy out here I want to decapitate. And I did. His bullets missed just enough for me to kill his other bullet-wielding friend. And I get turned into a tiger, with probably only one guy left to kill. Again. Okay, now there's at least a couple. Okay, good. Looks like we actually do still have a decent number of guys to take care of. A couple of whom are pretty hardy. Excellent. Ooh, yes. Take care of a beam katana guy. Yeah, that's when you want to have the tiger. Just one-shot all the real annoying enemies. Man, did you see that? Where's the thing? I think it's over here. There we go. Okay. Man, the fence blocked my walk on. That's kind of weird. Like, I can see the enemies, but because the game technically considers them behind a wall, I can't lock onto them. And there, like, he was technically behind the slide, so I couldn't attack him. Still one more. Nope. Okay, there we go. We've made it to the end of the stage. Just give me my items. I can't... Oh, man, I can't wait to see who the number 2 assassin is. It'd be a real shame if a remake of the first game spoiled it for us in the bonus content. Yeah, I mentioned this during Heroes Paradise, but I find it really weird that while most of the bosses you fight in Heroes Paradise are taken from the first half of the game, they then just throw in Boss 2.
How unfortunate. Right when I'm about to reach the top, you have to find me. I was hoping we'd fight after I became number 1.
Frankly, so is I, because I know what the number 1 fight is like. And I'd rather fight you.
But I've got business with that son of a bitch. And I can't let you get to him first.
Please, don't think of me as a nuisance. But I will make sure your victory isn't easy. My pride is the second rank requires that much.
Honorable. I like that in a woman.
I've seen a lot in my journey up the ranks. An endless cycle of violence, now broadcast as a spectator's sport. Why, Travis? Why do so many assassins join if we are all going to end up killing each other in the end?
So this is basically the big theme of No More Heroes 2. Just the
It matters.
over-glorification of violence and
We've all become trapped, don't you see?
not so much in the people that enjoy, thankfully not making us, trying to make a statement about, oh, you're such a terrible person for enjoying it, but the people that are involved in it in the first place.
To learn your secret. Don't you get it?
Get what?
In a way, you can apply this to a lot of,
This king, the one who got
you can apply this to a lot of different real life scenarios like sports, I suppose.
With you it is different. You are the no more hero
And the number of people who feel trapped in
from this cycle. Free us all in a crimson sea.
an endless cycle that, to use that word, that can, it's nothing but fighting. Oh, dang it. I hate that saber toss attack. Oh, okay. There we go. So now we have our fight with Alice. And she's a lot faster in this game than she was in Heroes Paradise, because this fight 100% relies on the fact that 2's combat is a lot faster. She dodge cancels a lot. In fact, for the most part, you really cannot attack her unless it's a... you basically have to attack her reactionary. Because if you just start swinging unprovoked, you're basically never going to hit her. You have to wait for her to do an attack for you to get anything else in. Or it's like an interruption, basically. But that's going to be a lot harder to time. And even then, you don't get too much time. Yeah, your best bet is to hope that she gets back up on her tail, whatever, because that gives you a couple seconds to wail on her. By the way, don't think that the extra speed of ecstasy is going to help you out too much. She'll just dodge everything. I can demonstrate it if you'd want. Let's do it. Yeah, see, she just ends up dodging it all. Especially if you just mash the button. You have to be a little bit patient even if you're in ecstasy mode, which kind of defeats the purpose. Yeah, it's basically if she dodge rolls a bunch of times in a row, that's how you know she's about to get back up. Okay, got lucky with that step and slash there. Oh, I guess I never showed off the move I got from Jean. I need to get a little bit of this. There you go, it's that. It's a little more. It's basically an enhanced version of the one you get for swinging your Wii remote as an approach attack. Oh, careful! Ugh. Alice is very much designed as a fight to take advantage of your shortcomings. Like a lot of her. This saber toss, it's timed so that if you were to like get up immediately after she knocks you down, you'll just get caught by the next wave. She's generally very good about those wake up attacks. So that's actually a pretty cool way of doing it. Like a boss that's not so much designed around your abilities, but using them to make up for your shortcomings. In that sense, she can very much be said to be a better final boss than the final boss. Because it's a bit more of a test of not just your pure skill, but how much you can adapt it to react to the fact that she knows your moves.
Travis, you are incredible. Everything I hoped for.
Tell me your name.
Promise me you won't forget. There once was an assassin named Alice.
I won't forget, Alice.
So throughout most of this game, Travis has been dealing with the fact that his mindset throughout all of the first game, at least until the end of it, is I was mistaken, I suppose, in a way that now he has to face up to the fact that he has basically started something so horrific, and now he's jumped back into it, owning up to his bloodthirsty nature and realizing the pain it's causing everybody.
Was a battle. Look at this blood. We humans.
And that's why I like the story of this game so much compared to the first, because there is a story and an arc to it.
This isn't a game. You can't just selfishly use death as your tool. This is Alice's blood. I bet you've already forgotten she existed. Same way you would have forgotten me. That's why I'm tearing down the UAA.
Are you done bitching? You could never shut down the association.
I was saying something I kind of forgot. I wanted to let them talk a little bit to make my point, but now I've forgotten what I was going to say.
To try and stand in its way.
Fuck that. I want to be a hero by my own standards.
You need to wake up, Travis.
Take your own goddamn advice.
Okay, well, I'll get to it in a second, because I just want to make a point about this. Alice Moonlight. As I mentioned in Hero's Paradise, that's incorrect. Her full name is meant to be Alice Twilight. Moonlight is supposed to belong to Margaret. And that is fixed in the Japanese and PAL versions of the game. And I forgot what I was going to say again. Yes, okay. So Travis was originally designed as not so much a criticism, but poking fun at the expense of the sort of people that would play this game. The nerdy,
Know where to go?
It's close by.
what am I? Trying to think of more. The otaku assassin, as the game puts it.
Isn't it?
A VIP just showed up. Talk to you soon.
So either way, so in the first game, it sort of worked that Travis was kind of this, not entirely detestable, but not a good human being in the first game, because it was meant to be a point against.
You're a fucking contradiction in heels.
It was meant to be sort of poking fun at gamers, but that's not the sort of thing you can do over multiple games. Once you reach a certain point, as they did in the second game, you want the character to grow and improve. You don't want him to be a terrible person forever, which is actually a point I hold against BoJack Horseman. As much as I do enjoy that show, the fact that BoJack doesn't really improve and he just keeps constantly getting himself into the same shit every season was tiring. So I like the fact that Travis improves as a person, because if only because I also want to make a point of that. More arrow. Mwah. They took the fact that they had a sign that said no more heroes in the first game and went all the way with what they could do with it.
Downward fucking dog!
So since they specifically designed Travis to be a character that the audience is supposed to connect to for better or worse, it's nice that they have him become a better person, because it at least looks nice to the people playing that relate to him, that, hey, you can become better. And that's not to say you can't do that with with characters that you're supposed to relate to for bad reasons. What was I? There was something I'm thinking of where I connected with a character. I'm like, yeah, I'm. Watamote is kind of close. I know this game is rated M, but we can't go that far.
Why do you listen? Well, it doesn't matter.
But yeah, if you have a character you're supposed to connect to for the wrong reasons, the idea on how it can improve you is that you see your faults in the character and you resolve that you become better. But again, that's sort of a point against BoJack Horseman in that you are supposed to see a lot of your faults in the character, and he's always constantly worrying, like, am I completely broken or can I become better? But then he just continuously keeps going back to his old ways and he doesn't become better. So it kind of sends a message that no, you can't be better, and that's cruel. I'm sorry, the Wii doesn't have a microphone. It does, actually, the Wii Speak. I have it sitting on my stand over there. This game does not support it. You can't hear my voice, Sylvia. You all can, though. This microphone's working great. Alright, so here we are, final stage. This stage also goes on forever. But it's the final one, so you are storming this gigantic tower, kicking ass and taking names. Kind of makes up for the fact that the first game did it too, but it feels like it's at least on a greater scale here. Nope. Walk onto the guy with a gun, please. Yes, you. He's the bigger target. And that's, we can also say that that's one of the reasons I like No More Heroes 2 story so much, because I can go into those sorts of topics that I just was. It's not too often where a game's story gives me enough of a springboard that I can make comments about that sort of stuff. And I think that's the mark of good storytelling. Or at the very least, interesting storytelling, because I could be going into that same sort of detail to critique something. Now, of course, that's not to say there's no place in the world for games whose stories are meant to be something you're not supposed to think too much about. First game did it, and the first game did it fine. But I feel like it's the sort of joke you can't do over and over. So I'm happy that the second game bucked that trend, and that's why I was so disappointed that Travis Strikes Again went right back to it. And so I can only hope that 3 sort of continues with it, but frankly I'm a little bit worried. Because that doesn't seem to be the sort of story that Suda51 likes telling. He likes being a little more tongue-in-cheek and fun. Now, of course, the story direction was not the only part of Travis Strikes Again that turned me off from it. So long as 3 plays like a better version of 2, the way 2 plays like a better version of 1, then I'll like the game regardless. But if it does not improve on the story in any meaningful way, like I'm worried it won't, then I won't be able to claim in full confidence that it's a better game than 2. I mean, no matter what, I'm always going to have a special place in my heart for 2. You know, I obviously did not play a bunch of games in the last 10 years. But I played enough. And plenty of games that did come out in the last 10 years. And the fact that, despite all of that, I can say that No More Heroes 2 was the absolute best, I think says a lot about what this game means to me. And that's something that it's never is going to be taken away. And I can go surfing. Hey, fuck you, I'm going up the down escalator. You can't stop me. I'm a renegade. Pretty sure I didn't hit him, but that's okay. Yeah, listen, I understand that maybe you guys aren't completely aware of everything that's happening in the other stages, but I feel like I've reached rank 1. I'm here. At some point, you guys... An ass wa... I'm sorry. I got an ass washer, guys. That's really the most important thing. I can go home now. I'm satisfied. I'm assuming they mean like a bidet. But the fact that they call it an ass washer, I love it. But either way, what I was saying before, I've gotten this far. I feel like these guys shouldn't be quite so cocky and willing to come fight me. I'm probably a little bit above their level. Great, this guy's already almost dead anyway. You know, I don't know if I can reach this guy fast enough. I can get a bit in on him. There we go. That's what you do. Frankly, the only thing that would make these chainsaw guys better is if, like in Batman Forever on the Super Nintendo and Genesis, if they could just chainsaw you right in the dick. That's really what this one game is missing. That's the one thing. Other than that, it's a perfect game. Especially considering now that I know it has an ass washer in it. I ain't gonna get over that. Okay, I see some treasure chests over there. Let me run all the way around to get them. Can I do that? I cannot. Okay, so I have to go through there. There's that guitar. Nice. Yeah, basically I have to loop around through this store. I thought I was going to walk right into his line of bullets. Okay, except this step and slice doesn't seem to deal that much damage, unfortunately. So this is just what we're going to be doing for a while. We're going to be just running right through and cutting apart all these tough enemies that are standing in our way. And I know on other playthroughs, in this sort of point, I would be switching over to my peony, so I have a stronger weapon, but honestly, at this point, I'm not so sure. Ooh, now's a good time to have this. Yeah, try and run. Okay, good. Now, give me these treasure chests. Alright, those two are nothing special, but it's a nice little pick-me-up. So I want to know how a pizza business can become such a gigantic conglomerate that they have this gigantic tower in the span of 3 years since the first game. I really wish I could remember the name of the giant conglomerate from Homestar Runner episode. It's like Taco Bell, Pizza Hut. I remember those are the first two, and it ends with NASA. It's from the Donut episode. That's the sort of conglomerate I imagine Pizza Bat is. Or maybe they were always prepared for this sort of thing, but the big problem was the fact that they were called Pizza Butt. And now that that's been fixed, there's nothing stopping them from taking over the world with pizza. You see, they got millions of dollars in pizza, but I got an ass washer. And let's be real here, guys. If you were getting into a fight, would you rather fight the guy with an ass washer or without one? Listen, even if you're going to win, yeah, would you rather fight the guy who is powerful enough that he owns an ass washer, or if you're going to beat him, would you rather beat the guy where if you kick his ass, you at least know it's clean? It's a no-lose scenario, basically. Basically, my point is it's hard to get toilet paper nowadays, get an ass washer. Yes, just close enough to get this guy. Alright. Hang on, I know a couple more people came into the hallway, but there's a treasure chest over here. It's got a present in it. Oh. I was hoping I'd get a second ass washer. No, I as I said before, I am not letting that go. It's really the best possible treasure I could have ever gotten. And it makes me disappointed that my game takes place in a time period where I can't include that. Because otherwise I would say any game I'd ever make in my life needs to have a collectible ass washer in it. Sadly, it's just impossible for my current game, thanks to the medieval setting. Unless I just want to include it for no reason at all, which is also a reasonable thing to do, I would say. If you're going to break the rules for anything, it's got to be an ass washer. Oh, don't worry, guys. We're far from done here. We still got plenty more people to tear our way through. Oh, hang on. Let me grab that pizza. Yeah, I see you, gun guy. And somehow, the glass, I don't know. But it didn't break the glass, and that's my point. I just got a battery power up. Oh, okay, you know, maybe it just didn't fill it up all the way. Never mind. See, it's like the first stage again in Destroy Resort. It's called Bookending. And there's some extra bookending. It's playing the first of the game's theme again. Alright, I'm good with this. I gotta get over to some of these stronger guys. Yes, I'm aware I'm live streaming. Thank you. What are these? Cash. And food. Okay. See, it's really important to collect money during the final level. Except it is, because this game has a New Game Plus. So no matter what, always collect riches. Get riches, get bitches, as they say. Now, I can't say with 100% certainty who they are, but they do say that. Okay, I see a couple strong guys. I think it's time for some ecstasy. Only for me to wipe them all out in one attack. Hold on, other big guys. I'm coming. Oh, yeah, man. I am just taking them out. Man, look at that frame rate. I'm feeling hungry. I ate dinner. That's why I was late. But I'm hungry. I have a drink in my chair next to me that I haven't opened yet. But it's there. It's probably still cool because it's cold here. It's the middle of May and it was snowing today. I can only and I hear it's supposed to be even colder tomorrow, so I can only hope that this is a prelude to a reasonably cool summer, right? Because I hate the summer heat. If all this meant this summer wouldn't be so bad. Because I'm already thinking ahead, how the hell am I going to sit in this room, which gets pretty hot, during the summer? Hold on. Oh, there we go. How am I going to sit in this room during the summer when it gets pretty hot, when I can't have a fan running to stream for 3 hours? And I've come up with a solution. But the less I have to use it, the better. And I'll explain what it is as soon as I have to do it. No, hurry up. Hurry up. Aha. Caught you while you were running away. Any more of you? Yes, there are. Man, there are just a lot of you guys, aren't there? And I don't feel like fighting you, so we're doing ecstasy again. So you can get some good use out of this stuff. That's how you know something's a good mechanic, when you add it into a sequel. If even as someone who's played the first game and is used to not having it, is relying on it constantly. That's how you know it's a good mechanic. Okay, full restore in the middle of this section. Because we ain't done yet. Oh. Ow, ooh, man, they kick hard. Yeah. Look at all of them I just tore apart. Bringing the frame rate down to 10 frames per second or less with all those particle effects. Oh, yeah. So maybe the frame rate in this game isn't better than Heroes Paradise. I just cut it more slack, because it's on a weaker console. Also because it looks better. It looks better and it's on a weaker console, so it's a double fang of it has an excuse to run bad. And the fact that the frame rate only drops in places where it logically makes sense it would. Listen, point I'm trying to make is Heroes Paradise was not optimized well. In case that's a controversial statement of some kind. Yeah, give me a little bit of that food. I ate those food. I'll hold off on the ecstasy for a little bit. There we go, because this is going to happen anyway. Man, it's taking this guy forever to bring it down. Oh man, Travis got a little distracted there, hitting everyone else. Oh, sometimes I'm not getting those double swings to register correctly. Oh, see, now would be a great time to use ecstasy if I had it. If I had one! There we go. It's frankly just an easier way to deal with these big guys, what can I say? And there's still plenty of them. Yeah, get the guy in the back while I can. Oh. Come on. Oh, dang it. I was hoping I'd catch someone else in the crossfire. I was hoping he'd get caught up in it. They say you will, you know. I'm glad that despite the fact that it's a board game toy from the 80s, that Crossfire basically endures. Because it's a real catchy commercial. From way before my time. I kind of wonder which commercials we're going to remember forever from our generation. Okay, here we go. Made it to the end. Now, I'm going to go in and save. Just in case this fight goes so poorly that I never want to retreat. That I never want to fight it. Save game, sure. Save at the exact same point I'm at on my other file. And no, I cannot go into the women's restroom. What kind of a degenerate do you think Travis is? Yeah, I'm ready.
There you are!
So this is our final boss. Real, menacing character design.
What's his fighting style? How's his broke-ass face gonna look when he dies?
So much hostility.
Why? Why'd you kill him?
Ironic question coming from an assassin. Did you honestly think you could take so many lives and never suffer retribution?
This guy has traumatized me for life, basically.
Five liquor western? Shakespeare, for God's sake.
If you wanted revenge, you should have come for me.
To the point where, Jasper Bat Jr. is voiced by Yuri Lowenthal. And, you know, for the character he is, he does a good job. I want to get that point across. I love Yuri Lowenthal. But this fight, the voice he's doing for it, I have was ingrained into my mind as one that was connected with pure anger from trying to fight him. That I heard when I next heard Yuri Lowenthal do a similar voice as Simone at the beginning of Gurren Lagann. It's not exact. Simone is definitely less nasally and whiny, but it's similar to the point where I was worried, like, oh dear God, I'm going to hate this character. Thankfully, that wasn't the case. Simone is like my favorite fictional character ever, and retroactively partially redeems Bat. But no matter what, the anger that I feel to this fight is never going to go away. Making this fight a prime example of a prime example of great games with terrible final bosses. And I really hate it. This isn't so bad. This part's not terrible. But it's not exactly a super good fight. You wait for him to charge for you. Swing at him. For some reason, it's the only fight with that meter. Then while he's stunned, you run in and you start slashing away at him. As you can see, he doesn't have too much for health. So, it's not a long fight. Oh, but this isn't the part I'm worried about. And thankfully, the Rose Nasty's rapid swinging means that you don't have to be super exact. Ah, dang it. He only needs like one more attack. This is hard to dodge, though. You kind of just have to get lucky and dodge all the time. As I just did. There we go. Yeah, once he's half dead, you have to lose that. I know I talked over that whole bit of Shinobu, Henry, and Sylvia being dead, because they're not. It's really not worth worrying about.
Jeez. Well, aren't I a gullible idiot?
It's kind of
Think I can take one of these home?
a little morbid of you to take home my head, brother, but alright.
Thanks, bro.
Oh, and when Henry says he'll help you, that means he's going to stand in the corner and do nothing, by the way. So don't expect much. I was a little off there. There he is. And now you just continue the fights the same way you did before. There we go. And that's the end of the first phase. This part's not so bad. I don't mind this fight. It's not great, but I don't mind it. It's now that things start going sour real quick.
Not yet. The show has just begun.
He inject, much like Batman Arkham Asylum, the scrawny villain injects himself with something to turn him super buff, and the fight's terrible.
You gotta be shitting me.
Except the fight with the Titan infused Joker was better than this.
This is a fight to the death.
This fight is god awful. I like the theme that plays, but I hate this fight. Oh. Ugh. Whoa. Maybe this isn't the best weapon to use right now. I'm gonna just switch back over to my Rose Nasty. He teleports, for one thing. The best thing to do is you want to get close to him to, trigger, to bait out an attack. And most importantly, stay far away from those windows. You notice how they're cracked? How they might break? Yeah. They're gonna. If he punches you hard enough to knock you over near the windows, you get knocked out the window, and that is an instant death. So you want to try and do well enough on this section that you can build up some ecstasy gauge. Unfortunately, I haven't done it super well yet. Yeah, once he teleports away, try and get out with a dodge as quickly as you possibly can. Because you don't know what the hell he's going to be doing. Especially that, like... Oh, I actually might be able to get lucky here. No, we save the ecstasy for the time being. If I can get a round 3 ecstasy, that would be amazing. Yeah, except he starts doing those teleport punches, which are really hard to avoid and drain your ecstasy gauge down to 0. And are basically impossible to dodge, by the way. Oh god. That could have been real bad. Okay, thank god he hit me into the one bit of wall there. Okay, so now we're on to phase 3. Let me switch over to the peony now. I don't know if I've ever heard that voice clip before. Let me grab this. Oh god, dodge. Alright. And now his teleport punches have those waves of wind against them. I'm gonna be straight with you. With the ones with the waves against them, I have never once dodged. I'm sure it's possible to dodge him, but I've never been able to do it. Just because he teleports around, you can't dodge away from it. And he gets 3 of them off. You just do not have the time. No matter what. Always get hit by him. And he just knocks you into the corner. You keep getting knocked down, so you can't ever recover. Especially when my range is terrible. Yeah, look how quickly he just brought my health down. Yeah, the normal ones are not the worst thing in the world to dodge, but oh dear god, I'm dying. I'm gonna try and get charge attack in. Okay, it hit him. He's not dead yet. Okay. First try. All right, there we go. I'm amazed. I have spent hours on that fight on this exact difficulty. Or at least an hour. Especially considering I'm rusty at the game and didn't exactly remember all of his moves. That is cathartic as shit, watching him get knocked out that window you've probably gotten knocked out of a dozen times.
No, not yet. Now that's hideous.
But the fight's not over yet.
All the craziest shit.
We have to fight a giant balloon.
Got him. Rest is on you. Wait a second. You're already here. You might as well keep fighting.
It's not happening, brother. I can't be associated with that travesty. I mean, I've got standards, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, and Henry just realizes the fight is that shitty and he just leaves.
Once and for all. Come on, Prez. Unleash your hate, your anger, everything. I'll take it all and fucking kill you with it.
So apparently, from what I understand, the reason that this guy is so big is because you were originally supposed to use your giant mech again to fight him. But they cut it out, so now you just fight a giant guy all on your own. Thankfully, despite the giant size difference, this fight's actually not too hard. Again, it's not exactly a great fight, because... Okay, now let me show you a little trick here. If you get killed, shake the controller, the Wii Remote and Nunchuck as many times as you can get a brief second wind. I have done that many, many times during the second phase of this fight. Just trying to stay alive a little bit longer. Oh, the health respawned. Alright, let me go grab that real quick. There we go. That'll help. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, that drained my battery. Okay. And and I got my battery completely drained again. Okay. Let's go get a refill on that. Okay, I'm not sure if I've ever seen that battery draining attack. Ugh. Okay, he's still kind of kicking my ass, though. It's fine, I got it. Yeah, like, what the hell am I supposed to do about that? Like, I was standing off to the side and I was still getting hit. Oh, come on. Okay, back to full. So I've heard people defend this fight and say that it's purposefully meant to be a terrible fight against a very unsatisfying opponent to show you the futility of revenge. And show that that going for revenge is unsatisfying. I personally say bullshit to that. Because this game has been good about it. Like, you know, trying to think of a good way to say it. Even when this game was getting across a point with Alice that what we were doing was wrong, it was still fun. You can get across a point and still make a game fun. And that's something that this final boss just does not do. And it's unfortunately well, I've got my problems, certain points with this game about like playing as Shinobu and to a lesser extent Henry. This fight is the one point where I think they really dropped the ball. And if they were to ever remake this game, I hope that they at least take several steps to make this final fight more tolerable. You can't change the character like that. That would be a humongous change to the game, but at least making the fight fun, I think, would help out a big deal. Those are basically the 2 points I'll give No More Heroes 1 over 2. Some of the bosses are more memorable in terms of fun. The subtitle font changes, by the way, because this is technically a pre-rendered video, I'm pretty sure. And the fact that the final boss of 1 is much better, whether it's Jean or Henry. But I'll give 2 credit that there's no secret final boss. That was it. And that was No More Heroes 2, Desperate Struggle. Even as much as I may hate that final boss, which I'm thankfully not super angry because I got through it in one try, I still adore this game. I think it is a simple but really fun hack and slash game with fun characters, fun writing, a pretty engaging story with good character development. And of course, it's a huge improvement over the first game. It makes a lot of changes to the design and gameplay feel. That it shows a big improvement over it, and it made me super anxious as to what they could now fix into a No More Heroes 3, which I'm really hoping they get to. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, pay attention to those names. Whatever. And Takashi Miike, there he is. It's weird he's in this game. So after this, Grasshopper's next big game was Lollipop Chainsaw, which I'm not sure. I know at the time it was their best-selling game. I don't know if maybe Travis Strikes Again has overtaken it. It's a fine game. I don't think it holds a candle to No More Heroes because it only has a couple stages because the stages are much bigger. The characters they're not terrible, but they're not as interesting. The gameplay is kind of slow. Then after that was Killer is Dead, which for the most part people have really forgotten about by now, even though it's available on PC in an improved version, and at one point you could even get it for free through the Humble store. And I at least give it credit that it looks really nice, and the gameplay is pretty satisfying, but the story is practically incomprehensible. So who animated that? Who animated Bizarre Jelly? Okay, I guess it wasn't a studio. All right. Wouldn't that be hilarious if it was like, wow, who animated that? And it was like, yeah, Studio Trigger. I knew it wasn't them. I believe Studio Trigger's first work was the intro to Project Cross Zone, though, which I definitely recommend you look up. I've been watching that several times online. It's a great intro. So I think I've basically said my point as to what I want No More Heroes 3 to be. A more fun, better game with the same characters I love and a worthwhile story. If you can give me those three things, then I'm gonna love it. Of course, it's still supposed to come out this year, though I wouldn't be surprised if it gets delayed. And frankly, I'd be okay if it gets delayed, because I still need to buy a Switch. Because right now, aside from the fact that I just don't have the money for it, it's not a humongous priority. There's a handful of games I want for it, you know. Mario Odyssey is not a huge deal, but it looks fun. I'd play it. I want to get Animal Crossing. I want to be ready for No More Heroes 3 and Breath of the Wild 2. I'm basically running out of big games on the Switch that I want to play because Dragon Marked for Death got ported, and I want to get that on Steam. Admittedly, what would be best for the next game would be, it would make sense for the next game I did to be Travis Strikes Again, considering I really can buy it. It's on PC and PS4. I just don't want to get it yet. I want to get a physical copy, which requires I get a Switch. But either way, that's not what I'm going to be doing next week. As Travis gets unceremoniously dumped back at his house. But we're not quite done here yet, even though the game itself is finished. We got 40 minutes, and I promised you... Oh, right. See, this scene does not need to be pre-rendered, though. It clearly is. I can tell by the video quality. But it's the same area we've seen in plenty of live... and plenty of real-time cutscenes. It's corny as shit, but I love it. I can't help but love that. And I'm assuming that that's where 3 is going to pick up. So let's make a little New Game Plus file, because New Game Plus really is the best way to play No More Heroes games, because you don't have to buy anything. And you can just play through the game in one good sitting. Not one sitting, but... you can just go straight to the good stuff. Oh, is it? Oh, dang, it's starting over. I'm pretty sure. Hang on. Yeah, hang on. Okay, I'm not allowed to go to the home menu right now. I want to reset the game, guys. I want to go back to the load screen. Like, why would you not bring me back to the title screen? If I just cleared the game, why in the hell would I instantly want to go back to playing it again? Oh, God. Yeah, just let me go to the home screen so I can reset the game. There we go, man. I don't know why they felt the need to lock away my home button access for that. Okay, so we got 40 minutes left, as I promised, let me show off Jasper Bat Jr. on bitter difficulty. We had some good luck. Let's see if we can beat him here. I'm not holding out hope, though. Because first off, my bitter file has a distinct disadvantage in that I don't have fully maxed out health and power. I'm close, but it's not completely maxed out. Also, for some reason, I'm using my basic beam katana. I don't know why the hell I was using the bloodberry. Actually, no, you know what? It was because on bitter difficulty, you actually do switch between your beam katanas a lot. I've probably mentioned that before. Okay, so let's see if we can do this. Because if I can beat this on bitter difficulty, that is going to be a huge load off my mind taken care of. Oh, god damn it. Yep, and this is exactly what these lasers are usually like. Okay. Yeah, come on, bitch. So, of course, I'm not dealing as much damage, and he's got a lot more. He's got a lot more health, so... Okay, I gotta get out of here. Oh, god, yeah, don't... Ow. Yeah, see, look, I can't really dodge those, you know? Okay, if I die here, it's not a big deal. I'll just restart at the beginning of the fight with full health this time. And no, you cannot perform a wrestling move on him while he's dizzy. I'm sorry to report. They don't even give you health during this fight. You have... Okay, but I'd like to... If I can stay alive until I can get to the second phase, that'd be nice. Okay, you know what? Never mind. I'll just fall and die.
It's payback time.
There we go. So first actual death in the run. You know, not counting those failures with the motorcycle. Oh. So there's no real safe place in here you can stand. You really do just kind of have to dodge and hope for the best. And don't get me wrong, this is a file where I tried to beat this game. Trust me, I tried to beat this guy on this file. God, look how much health that took off. I just can't do it. I put plenty of time into it, plenty of attempts. And of course he never does the laser attack that's easy to dodge. Is he going to be nice this time? Yes, he is. And I still get hit by it, because I was locked on. And now I think I'll lose it. Yep, okay. Okay. So let me skip this cutscene. Pretty sure my health doesn't get refilled. Does this... I think this might count as a checkpoint if I die, though. Because it's kind of like I'm starting a new fight. Yeah, just get out of the way of that. That's at least easy enough to dodge. Dang it. Oh, come on, he's so close to being dead. Yeah, keep throwing the bombs. I like that attack. Okay, first phase down. Oh, look at that face, man. He's clearly not meant to be a cool final boss. I think that part's pretty clear just by looking at him. Okay, no point in bothering with that. I don't even know why I'm really trying. You know what? Hang on, let me get the health. That's... oh god, this better not have health. Because I'm pretty sure that's just like a deathmatch thing. I thought deathmatch was the only mode that didn't give you health. I thought bitter was still nice enough. Thankfully, each phase does count as a checkpoint, so I die here. I go back to the... I always start this fight again, but with full health. And of course he gets knocked so far away purposefully to make sure you can't keep hitting him in the back for massive damage. Yeah, I'll just take it. I'm absolutely not promising I can beat this guy, because I've never done it before. Yeah, the health still isn't there. I don't think it gets, like, moved to a different location on a harder difficulty. Oh, I can do that, I guess. Except it doesn't really do much. Oh, what the? Of course he gets caught in a combo. Oh, man. See, even though the dodge rolling feels so snappy, in a fight like this, you'll really start to realize just how much time you have between rolls. Come on now. Just the amount of care you start having to put into all your moves. I haven't even gotten him down to a third of it, to taking out a third of his health yet, and I'm already half dead. I know I haven't gotten hit by that grab yet, because you really won't, but it is pretty devastating. I don't remember exactly what it does, but I have to assume it's devastating. Okay, he's already doing the teleport punches, which take out a positively absurd amount of my health. Great, we've taken out 1/3 of his health now, guys. Let's get over here. Oh god, out of the way. Okay, let's... And now he starts swinging real rapidly to try and stay up. And I immediately get knocked down again. Because he can just deal that much damage to you. God, look how little health I have. Am I absolutely sure there's no health? Yeah, God, they do not give you health. That is absolutely crazy. See, with the normal teleport punches, you can time it to actually get around it. With the wind ones, I have absolutely no idea how you do it. Every time you get knocked down and you start swinging your remote nunchuck to get back up, you have to swing more and more to stay up, and at some point it becomes impossible. Like, that's about my max. So there's no point in trying again. You have to be extremely careful with this.
That's what I'm talking about. Back in the action.
In a way that it's really not designed to be able to do.
This is a fight to the death.
Flash stepping could actually be a pretty useful tactic. Problem being, activating it on will. Because it's just not something I can do. His pecs jiggle. I just noticed that. I'm starting to wonder if maybe the peony is a better fit for this. I'll try it. Because you only get so many attacks in on him. It does actually help to be able to make him at least strong ones. Oh, let's back away. See, look at I'm actually building up my ecstasy gauge. Oh, pretty well. Oh, dang it. Okay. Let's try and stay nice and careful. Oh. Don't think so. Alright, we're doing okay. I think, yeah, the peony is a better fit for this. Oh, until that happens. Okay, I gotta try and see if I can get it up to... And now I'm screwed. Yeah, delay getting up if you can. Oh, God. Oh, come on. I should not have gotten hit by that. Oh, man. Okay, I'm gonna start with the peony this time. I'll just die. Because if I'm lucky, I can build up a full ecstasy meter by the time the second phase starts. And that way I can skip through the second phase and hopefully have enough health to be able to handle the third. That's really the strat. Just kind of cheating it. That's about the best you can do. Oh, man. My pitiful range right now is really working against me. Oh, God, yep. I saw that one coming a mile away, but I couldn't do anything about it. Don't try and get off extra attacks if you can't, put it simply. Should probably go for a couple low attacks. Try and get some of that extra damage in. Oh. I don't know. I think the speed of the high attacks is a little important. Oh, yep. Great. Not exactly a great run at the beginning of this fight, I'm aware. Use that step and slash if I can. Come on, build up my ecstasy gauge some. There we go. Now we got a little something to work with. Got a little bit of range on this thing. Oh, God. Yep. Sorry, I'm really concentrating here. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, God. Back up. There we go. Barely. Oh, God. Yeah. Teleport punches, and we're screwed again. Oh, God. Look how much damage those things can do. And if you get hit by one of them, you're stunned long enough that you can't really recover. Oh, I'll just die. Oh, I accidentally swung enough to get back up. And somehow I managed to dodge that one. Okay, I don't know how the hell I'm doing that. Yeah, I'll just take the death.
That's what I'm talking about. Back in the action.
See, it'd be really nice if I could come in here with full power, full health, and strength. But I can't leave this place once I get in, so the only way to do it would be to completely restart my file. Which, you know, I've got a complete clear game on mild now, so I theoretically could. Come on. See, this is the sort of thing I'm talking about when I talk about how much I hate this game. I hate this fight. Just the amount of helplessness you feel because you're barely dealing any damage. You get those long sections where you can see him charging up an attack and you can't do anything about it. And that's only at the beginning of the fight. Once you get further in, yep. See, I dodged back, and I know I'm not going to be able to recover fast enough to get away from that punch. And there it happened again. And then as soon as he starts doing teleport punches, you know that your health is going to get drained flat in a matter of seconds. Which couples great with once you get to the third phase with the wind punches, where I once again remind you, I have never once dodged them. And I'm sure it's possible. I'd have to check how. At some point, I really got to look up and just watch someone else do this to see what their strat is, aside from being good. And see if there is actually, like, a good strategy to this that can help me. Because this fight really does just feel, as someone who, again, just beat it on the normal difficulty on his first try right there. The fact that this fight feels totally insurmountable is crazy. As someone who has beaten the rest of this game on this difficulty without that much trouble. It was more difficult for sure, but it wasn't that bad. That's my point. This is such an obscene difficulty spike because it's a badly designed fight. And I'll stand by that. I think this is a terrible final boss, and I really do not feel like fighting it anymore. I just don't have the patience for it. Something I know I am just gonna hate. And I could probably be here for another 3 hours and never beat him, so there's not too much of a point in even continuing the point. So, on that beautiful image, that's the end of No More Heroes 2. We got ourselves out nice with our break game between longer ones. Next week, I want to go back to something big, and it's something I've wanted to get to ever since I started playing the first No More Heroes, and I'll explain why next week. We're going to be doing another RPG, my favorite RPG, in fact, and I'll